All right. Thank you, Dave.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Dave. Well, very rarely we get to live our ultimate fantasy. That's exactly what's happened to a young mountain guide from Boulder.
2 months ago, he made a remarkable discovery, and that discovery connects him to what is perhaps the most extraordinary survivor story of all time. Jim Benneman reports.
Ever since his childhood in Mexico, Ricardo Pena has had two obsessions: climbing mountains and learning more about the fate of this rugby team.
Would you do it? Would you eat human flesh?
The team's story has been made famous in the movie Alive. When their plane crashed in the Andes in 1972, 32 out of 45 survived. Later, an avalanche killed 8 more.
This should be good for the cutting.
The rest found themselves starving at nearly 13,000 feet.
After a while, they had to eat their dead friends, their own friends, and that was very difficult.
Eventually, 2 of the survivors climbed for 10 days trying to find help, and after 72 days, rescuers arrived and pulled 16 survivors off the mountain. The story never left Ricardo Pena's mind when he traveled to Argentina 2 months ago and climbed to the site of the crash.
This place is just amazing. But I didn't know I was gonna, discover stuff that hadn't been found.
The site has become a frequent destination for climbers. There's even a memorial there, made out of parts of the plane piled up. But when Pena looked around, he decided to climb into an unexplored gully.
When I saw the clothing sticking out of the rocks, I thought, oh my God, is that a body?
Nearly 33 years after the plane crash, Ricardo Pena had discovered a treasure trove of items, including a part of the plane carved into a knife.
To cut up the bodies. That's what was really impressive about this. They weren't savages at all. And, they were people, really good people under really extreme conditions.
Pena also found a coat and a wallet with identification and money still in it. It belongs to this man, Eduardo Strauch. Remarkably, Strauch is still alive, and when he got the wallet, he emailed Ricardo.
I have lived very emotional and intense days, and I have been very moved by your gesture.
Last week, Ricardo Pena, explorer, and Eduardo Strauch, survivor, met in Mexico City.
And it's amazing to think that he was one of those guys that was there, that went through all that lived that whole amazing experience.
Today, Pena dreams of leading a reunion expedition of survivors to revisit the crash site and relive this ultimate lesson in survival. Jim Benneman, CBS 4 News.
Pena hopes to not only reunite the survivors at the crash site, but to also retrace the path of the 2 survivors who climbed out to get help.
Quite an adventure, huh?
Amazing.
Well, the NFL draft starts